One thing I've never liked about GM trucks is that the wheels are so small. Hey, before the video starts, I just wanted to tell you that it's not a how-to video. I will show a few things about the truck, how I installed the tires, but this is a video about the considerations you need to think about before installing such large tires on your truck. All right, one of the considerations you want to think about before you buy these big wheels is the weight of them. Each wheel assembly is about 200 pounds with the adapter that you'll see me put on here. So one of the things I didn't think about was the weight. I cannot lift a 200-pound wheel, so you'll see what I had to buy to make up for that. These do use the original lug nuts, and now those will be torqued to 150 foot-pounds. All right, that's the last one, 150. And like I said, this wheel assembly is too heavy, so I bought this from Harbor Freight. It's a car dolly. I just bought the one, obviously, because it's all I need to maneuver the tires around. It does jack it up into position, and you can also turn it, which makes it real nice. That is a lifesaver right there. But the question is, can you do this on the road if you have a flat tire? I did buy a spare. It's going to be a real hassle to pull a 200-pound tire out of the back of this truck. The only way I could get it in the truck was with a floor jack, so I'm going to have to take that with me as well. All right, I just ran these down with my pneumatic gun, and these get torqued to 250 foot-pounds, so that's going to be a lot for me to handle as well. But it's on there safely now, so we can get this out of the way. That's what I was saying about a floor jack. Because the truck's got to be lifted for the tires to clear the body, or the original jack in the truck obviously is not going to work. So I'm going to carry this big old monster around. Another consideration, guys, is do you have a scanner? Does your vehicle have the tire pressure monitoring system, TPMS? My truck did not have it. Your truck's later model than mine, you're going to have to think about that. The other thing is odometer. You got bigger tires on. I went from 16-inch wheels to 22.5s, and the actual tire, everything assembled, they're 36.5-inch tall tires. Every scanner that I have, now they are all Altels, none of them support the Chevrolet. All right, the one thing it does have is change tire size. Now, I haven't gotten mine hooked up. I've done this already. But what it's alluding to is the calibration for your ABS. You have to calibrate your ABS braking system for the new size tires. Because I didn't have the option of adjusting my speedometer, luckily I do have this kit. Another consideration. I know I use that a lot. This is a tuner. I had taken it out for other reasons, but noticed that I was able to go through the instructions and in fact calibrate my speedometer. I'm not going to show you how to do it because your application may vary. I'm just trying to show you the variables of putting something big like this in your truck. Alright, you can see how close we are to the bumper. It does in fact touch when you turn the wheels. Also had to trim the plastic there. Had to trim the plastic in the back. And there's an emergency brake cable. I had to use tie wraps to get it back as well. And we're still hitting right down here in this body. Now I'm not cutting that, so we gotta jack the truck up. The other thing you know I might realize is missing is the stock mud flap had to come out. So now we have no protection for paint. Same for the rear. No real clearance problems here, except I had to take out the original mud flap. I've got generic mud flaps coming. We're going to see how that works next. And the last point I want to make is now the tires extend past the fenders. There are no fender extensions for a dually truck. So I've got a generic lip extender, they call it, to put on. And we'll see what that looks like when they get here. I had to lift the truck 2 inches so that the front wheels would clear the frame and the wheel wells. So that was an additional expense. And then you might not care, but for this truck, because the wheels did extend out past the fenders, I wanted to protect that paint. So I had to install some mud flaps, which were, easy to do. The top was not so easy, and not real crazy about how this turned out, but I don't know what else to do. I got to protect that paint. Another option might be just to get a clear bra and protect the underside of that body. I may in fact do that and take these flaps back off. I don't like the way they turned out. So there it is, guys. Ridiculous truck. I kind of went too big on the wheels. I wanted it to stand out, but this is a little bit much for my taste. But, the money's been spent and I got to live with it. So anyway, I hope the considerations and some of the things I talked about might help you make a decision if you want to do the same thing to your truck. And I guess that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next video. The sun is bright.